The Chafetz Chaim told a story about a person who did a syium maseches. He learned for a long time, he finished the tractate, and he decided to do a big festive meal. He called everybody he knew. Tremendous feast, great foods, fantastic wines. And he ate with everybody, he drank, and he drank a little too much. Too much. He stood on the table, and he made a fool of himself, so much so that he took off his clothes. He didn't know what he was doing, and then in the morning, he was so embarrassed. Wherever he went, people pointed to him and made fun. This went on for a few weeks, and he just decided, I'm going to stay home. A few weeks later, he goes out, and still people are talking about him. He just couldn't take anymore, so he moved to a different town. But when people heard who he was, they pointed at him and made fun of him, and he just couldn't take it anymore. He moved to a different country. And there, when people found out who he was and the story that happened to him in the syium, they started making fun of him as well. He couldn't take it anymore, so he moved to a different country, but there he couldn't believe it. They already had a law there that once a year everybody has to come to a big gathering place and to read the story about the person who made fun of himself in his own festive meal, standing up on the table and taking off his clothes. How embarrassing, how embarrassing. Asks the Chafetz Chaim, you know who that is? His name is Noach. Noach got out of the teva after a full year of learning the tractate, the hardest tractate he ever learned, taking care of animals, different types of animals, for a full year. That was the hardest tractate Noach ever learned. So what happened there? When he got out of the teva, syium, the pasuk says, Vayesh min hayayin, and he drank from the wine, vayishkar, he became drunk, vayisgal besocho halo, and then the whole ma'isa happened with his son. Noach was embarrassed for life. How much disgrace had Noach that half of the people around in the world that day saw what happened. And how much disgrace Noach has from the fact that his descendants come into shul every single year and have to read his story. So how did this happen? Rashi on the words Vayachel Noach says, Asa atzmoi chulin. He separated himself from Kedusha, became chulin, choil, and one thing led to the other, because in a path the person wants to go, he will get assistance from above to walk in. So much so that Chazal tell us in the Medrash Bereishis Rabbah, Parasha Lamed Vav Os Zayin, the same day he planted and he made wine, and the wine was already so strong to make you shiker. That normally doesn't happen. You need a little time from the time you plant until the grapes come out, from the time you press the grapes until you have wine, which can make one drunk. But everything happened in the same day, because in the way a person wants to go, he gets assistance to walk in. How much should we have to be careful? A wrong action, a wrong thought. And if that's the case with negative things, how much more so it is with positive things, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu rewards us. Because Chazal say, Midat toiva meruba mimidas puranus, times 500. Kodesh Baruch Hu rewards times 500 than he does when punishes. So we should concentrate all our efforts, all our thoughts in Kedusha. Positive thinking, doing great deeds. Be careful not to go to the other side.